Completing a voter registration application. One of the steps required for voters to register on Election Day includes completing a voter registration application. Even if the voter has a notice of late registration, which indicates the voter submitted an application to the elections office, the individual still needs to complete an application at the polling place. In addition, voters who are already on the registered roster in the precinct, but changing names or addresses, must also complete an application. The voter should complete her own registration application, but can request assistance from a friend, family member, or an election judge if needed. The voter must always provide her own signature or signature stamp. Overview of the voter registration application. The voter registration application has numbered boxes, and the voter is required to complete the shaded boxes. Boxes 1 and 2 require the voter to state that she is a United States citizen and is 18 years of age or older on Election Day. Box 3 asks for the voter's name. Box 4 asks for the voter's residential address. Box 5 asks for the voter's post office box address if she uses her P.O. box to receive mail. Box 6 asks for the voter's date of birth. Box 7 asks for the voter's identification number. Box 8 lists the voter's oath and has a line for the voter's signature. Additional information on each box of the application. In boxes 1 and 2, the voter checks either yes or no to these questions. If she selects no for either question, the voter is not eligible to vote, and you should inform her of this. A voter is legally affirming this information again in box 8 with their signature, so if boxes 1 or 2 are skipped, the voter registration application is still considered complete. A first and last name must be provided in box 3. Review the name with the voter to ensure it is legible. Handwriting that is difficult to read can cause errors with data entry. The voter's residential street address must be provided in box 4. The voter's address must include a house number and a street name. Voters cannot register at a post office box or a commercial mailbox address, and therefore should not be writing that information in box 4. In box 5, a voter can provide a post office box number if mail cannot be delivered to the address in box 4. If the voter completes box 5, confirm that her address is in box 4, as the voter must be registered at the location of her residence. In box 6, the voter provides her date of birth. Please check that she did not write today's date in this box, and that she records a full date of birth. Boxes are available for the voter to provide an email address and phone number. These fields are not required, but are helpful if the elections office needs to follow up with the voter. Box 7 asks for an identification number. The voter must provide either her Minnesota driver's license or Minnesota ID card number. If she does not have one of these numbers, the last 4 digits of her Social Security number must be provided. If the voter does not have any of these documents, she can check the third box stating that she does not have a Minnesota ID card, driver's license, or Social Security number. The voter signs in box 8 and formally affirms the eligibility requirements listed in this box. Ask the voter to review these requirements before she signs the application. After the voter has completed the application, the election judge reviews it to ensure it has been properly completed and then compares the voter's name and address on the application to what is listed on the Election Day registration documentation. After reviewing the application and the voter's documents, the election judge completes the Election Judge Use Only section, located on the bottom of the application. Record the ward and precinct information, initial the application, and check the box indicating the type of document the voter presented to register to vote. The first and third columns list all the documents and methods from Group A, while the second column lists the pairing of documents from Group B. It is not necessary to rewrite the identification number if it is listed in box 7, but write "See above." If a voter uses an out-of-state driver's license or identification card as part of Election Day registration documentation, cross out the Minnesota driver's license or Minnesota ID card line in the second column and write in the correct state with the ID number. The voucher form is on the reverse side of the application. This must be completed if the voter is using a voucher as the method of Election Day registration documentation. The election judge writes in the voucher's voter ID number, which is located on the registered roster if the voucher is pre-registered. If the voucher registered on Election Day and does not have a voter ID number, write "Registered today." The voucher must state that she is pre-registered, registered today, or an employee of a residential facility. Record her residential address or address of the residential facility, her telephone number, and the voter's name. Finally, both the voucher and the election judge must sign the form. After the voter registration application is completed and the voter is issued a yellow receipt for a ballot, place the application into the white envelope titled Election Day Registration Cards and Related Forms envelope.